Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 431 Roosevelt Street here in Oregon City. We're located up on the rooftop going down through a 4-inch cast iron vent. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Got water running. We're going to zero out at the base of the vent stack. And there is indeed a clean out in the basement. Someone's opened that thing once before and replaced the old cast iron or brass cap with a plastic one, and it's so overly torqued into it that I'm beating on that thing as hard as I feel comfortable doing. Sometimes those things get torqued in so tight that you end up breaking the plastic cap trying to remove them, so we're opting for this direction here. For the life of me, I cannot figure out why my camera does not want to make the turn through this. It's kind of bizarre. Oh, you know what? I might have finally got it there. Now, these old Y connections on old sewer pipe, these old cast iron ones, the sweeps at the base of them are not always, they often send your camera the wrong direction. Alright, we got water back on here, zeroed out, off we go. My camera right now is kind of situated sideways, that's why the water line is where it's at there. Alright, has had some updates done. We're into ABS plastic now. 4-inch diameter. We just went past a tie in there that might actually be an exterior clean out. Oh man, ooh, my camera just got hung up on something there. I'm not sure what that was. Let's see how close this tie-in looks here. It looks like we've had some settling take place. Yeah, it looks like a tie-in drops down here. It could also be storm related. I'm going to see if I can go locate and see if I can hunt down an access point. Well, that is rather unusual. This thing looks like it has a backflow preventer in it, which is bizarre for this configuration. You see these generally when your line sits below grade. You generally see these in basements. It's a very unusual thing. So I just located where this is at here. I'm picking this up underneath the front patio, or I'm sorry, the back patio. The line's going out the back. I just set a toilet flush down line here. Good deal. Yeah, those are scary. That is in a very, very unusual location. Generally, that is like immediately outside the home, or under a basement floor. I can't figure out why this is where it's at. The problem here is it's a one-way flapper. It's a small miracle my camera, I caught that when I did. I've been through plenty of backflow valves successfully in my 15 years of doing this, but it's very easy for them to get caught on a camera when they go through. It's a one-way flapper. So the point of that thing there is to help prevent main lateral backups from, generally speaking, it's like from a main lateral. If the city's main has a problem and backs up, that's to prevent that from getting into the home. That's why you generally see these in basement applications where the line leaves at basement floor level, not at, this one leaves at like chest level. So I'll go see if this is even, if I can even get to it, but I won't put my camera through these things. I've had them go awry too many times. So real quick on the note of the backflow valve, there's some pretty good scale on this line here. That's rust scale from the cast iron. You can see how we have some grease deposits on that valve. You want to be extra careful. Improper stuff's not going down the line when you have a backflow. The grease can gunk the valve up. It makes it heavier than it should be, so it doesn't open up properly. You can see how much stuff is caked to that right now. It can gunk up the valve in general, so it doesn't actuate properly. And I've actually, and improper items can get hung up on these things, like flushable wipes, things like that, and prevent them from opening properly, but they can also build up underneath it and actually lift the valve out of position and cause it to dislodge. So I located this at the back patio. It looks like there's some kind of tie in here. I just don't know if it's a drain connecting in. My camera catches such a terrible view of that on the turn there. Anyway, unless I can get to that thing, right now it almost looks like the porch may be on top of it, but that's going to need to be exposed and opened in order to safely scope the sewer line. And when they're brand spanking new and open up really easily, that's when it's easiest to get a camera to go through them. You have to time everything. You have to time a really high volume amount of water going to the line so the valve opens up wide. If we had a different setup here, it'd be a little easier to accomplish. It can be done too by using another item to prop the line open, but going through a vent like this, it's trickier. Even going to the downstairs cleanout, it's tricky because that cleanout is positioned in a manner where if you run water while the cleanout's open, it will come out of the cleanout. Anyway, more to come here on this one. Thus far, most everything I've seen, I'm going to do a little bit of reviewing of this video too. I've got some light glare from being up here on the roof. I'll review what I've seen so far at home in better lighting, but so far what I've seen looks like it's in good shape. There is some rust scale on the line. So a lot of times that stuff will flush out on its own under just a lot of water going down the line, but anyway, watch the report on this one. It's easier for me to see stuff without the light glare at home, and there may be something on the report I don't mention on the video currently.